Hey Anonymai, welcome to an informational episode. I wanted to tell you a cool little story. It's a very short story, but my boss knows that I'm a coin collector, and he was over at his mother-in-law's house, and she was doing a little New Year's resolution, clean the house type of thing, and she was going to throw these out. She was uh, had a neighbor that gave her these ancient coins and didn't know what to do with them, didn't care about them. And luckily, my boss knew that we did a little bit of coin collecting and said, "Hey, I know a guy, don't throw him out." And he brought them home and gave them to us. These aren't terribly valuable coins, but boy, wouldn't it be a shame for these old things to go into a landfill. Let's look at what they are. This one right here is a Roman Empire coin, minted in the mid 3rd century. You can tell the Roman age, the age of an ancient Roman coin, because the emperors would put themselves on the face of the coin. There was a little bit of variance if there was a posthumous issue or something, but more or less you can tell what era they came from by who is on the coin. In this particular case, we have Gallienus, who was an emperor over a two different periods split. He lived from 218 until 268 AD, and his father came into power in 253 AD, and he named his son Gallienus as a co-emperor. So he shared power with his dad for 7 years, 253 to 260, and then his father abdicated, and in 260 to 268 he was the sole emperor of the Roman Empire. This was an extremely tumultuous time in the Roman Empire, and in the first era that we were talking about, his father left him in charge of the East, so he had the seat of Rome, and he spent most of his time in Europe. They were at war almost the entire time, and they were fighting back invaders in the Germanic areas. There was massive instability. There were military fronts constantly going on, and there were several self-proclaimed emperors that were rising up during their time as rulers. He eventually was assassinated and stabbed in 268, and that is how his story ends. This coin is very rough, but you can see the face of Gallienus right there. There are some telltale signs, including that style of the crown that he has there, and the inscriptions there match the description. You can see that the coin is out of round. Back in the day, when a coin was struck, the shape you get is the shape you get. You can see there that it was supposed to be more round than it is, even though it turned out kind of oblong, with the rim of the coin having some decoration on it, but it didn't end up getting hammered out that way. This is a bronze coin. It's mostly copper, and it would have been a low denomination coin. But, guys, we're talking about an ancient coin. We're coming up on this being close to 1,800 years old. The next thing we have here is a more generic Roman Empire coin. This is a low denomination coin. It's also bronze. You can actually see some of the bronze poking through. It got rubbed by the previous owner enough to tell what it was. There's not much to make out on it. That's a tough sell. Previous owner seems to think it's 4th century Rome. I'm not going to question him. He did more work than I did on this. It's cool. We'll leave it in this slab and call it what it is. Here's the last one here. This is less ancient, but still very old. This is circa 1690. This coin came from the Ottoman Empire. And in 1690, the Ottoman Empire was nearing their downfall. They weren't there yet, but they were getting close. This was struck under Sultan Suleiman II, and he only ruled for 4 years. That's how the estimation of the year is so close. This is also a bronze coin. The Ottoman Empire, very soon after this period of time, fought heavily in the Habsburg Wars against more Western Europe. They were defeated in large part by the Holy League of Nations, which was Austria, Poland, Venice, and Russia. And after that, the Ottoman Empire didn't go out of existence, but they became almost a non threat to Europe. They were very aggressive conquerors. So, I wanted to share that with you. This one has the best detail on it. See how close of a shot we can get. I'm not an expert on what these things say. The previous owner did the legwork, but it's still a pretty outstanding bit of detail that's on this coin. So, moral of the story, it's okay. Some people are afraid to talk about their coin collection. They don't want to get robbed or become a target. That's cool, but tell your friends. It's okay to talk about it with your friends. You never know when something like this might pop up. If a few people know, they're going to keep an eye out for things. They're not interested, but they know that you are. So who knows? Maybe something like this will fall in your lap. These aren't worth a lot, but they're outstanding. They're cool. Where else are you going? What other type of thing will you be able to collect or keep in your home that's almost 2,000 years old? There's nothing like coins. So buy a few ancient coins. Go to the coin show. See if you can find somebody that has a tray of ancients and pick your favorite emperor or something. So thanks for watching, guys. Click the like button, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a little different, but it had a cool story. It had cool history, and I love to share it. I'll see you next time. Happy hunting.